the muscle that we're going to look at right now is the rectus femoris. Essentially, it's the front of your thigh, and it's part of the quadricep. It's called your quadricep because there's actually 4 muscles in here. But the one we want to really focus on mainly, if we can, is the actual rectus femoris. And now that muscle attaches from the front of your pelvis, and it goes down to the front of your knee, essentially. When it gets tight, what happens is does a couple of different things. One is it literally rotates your pelvis forward, and the other thing it does is it's going to put a lot of pressure on your knee. So if you're struggling with low back pain, if you're struggling with knee pain, amongst other potential problems, this can be one of the things that makes a big difference in terms of releasing. So what we're going to do is we're going to get, now I'm using a piece of PVC piping. I like this more than a regular foam roller. And what we're going to do is you're going to get on top of it. Now, I actually will use the whole thing underneath here, but one of the things you can start doing is you get your knee on the floor, your elbows on the floor, so you've got a way of controlling how much pressure is going through the muscle. And that way, so as I'm looking now, I'm looking for any tight spots. And when I find a tight spot, I'm basically just going to hold that and sit in it for 20 to 30 seconds. And then once I've done that, I'm going to move down until eventually I find another tight spot. And then when I find that, I'm going to sit in that for another 20 to 30 seconds. You should be spending, again, a minimum of about 2 minutes, but sometimes up to 5 on a muscle. Now, if you want to make it even more challenging, you might actually take your feet completely off. That's why I like having it underneath. And if you want to get really tough, and this is a little bit challenging for me, you can actually get that back leg on top of the other leg, and you're going to find. So I find that if I release this muscle, that the tension in my lower back actually decreases quite a lot. So again, you probably want to do both sides, but you will find that one side is potentially tighter than the other one. So we've got the lovely Jenny here demonstrating that rectus femoris, aka quad or thigh release. You can see she's actually got both feet. She's got both legs on the piece of PVC piping. You'll notice that one leg is slightly bent, so she's actually got most of her weight going through the right leg, and she's using her elbows to stabilize her. And she's finding, you'll see how she's rocking back just a little bit. And so you could probably even just stop there, Jenny. Like you want to go, you don't want to go for too far up and down. You're better off holding that and going. You can rock backwards and forwards a little bit, but then once you've held that for a good 30 seconds, I mean, you'll find that the pressure eases. That's when you move up to the next bit of the muscle that's really tight.